So I've gone and done it again. I've got a bunch of stuff from Sephora and a few other places. Some amazing makeup and beauty products here in the Sephora bag right here that I got from Sephora. And I got some brushes from BK Beauty. I've got some Lisa Eldridge stuff in here in the Sephora bag. I've got the new YSL blushes, Make Me Blush YSL blushes. I've got 3 shades in both finishes, shimmer and matte finishes. I've got the super viral Ube powder, Ube shade in the Easy Bake powder by Huda Beauty right here that went crazy and viral. And then I have this Evil Eye palette by Hourglass, and then I have 2 other Hourglass products. I've got the Hourglass Tint, the foundation that's like a tint, and then I've got the Hourglass primer, and I got this very popular La Mer lip moisturizing balm thing right here that is very, very popular. And then I've got this beautiful new Prada quad that was released for the holidays. That is what I'm wearing. Obviously, I'll show you how I got this eye look and everything in natural daylight. All of these products will be put to the test in natural daylight. And then of course I have the new buzz making foundation here. This is the new Anastasia impeccable blurring something foundation that everybody is talking about right now. Then I've got some more products, you know, the Charlotte Tilbury powder and everything. And then I've got this new body oil in the Sol de Janeiro Beige Fleur line. It's a new body oil, which is new. They only had the body butter before. And they released this new deodorant in that, you know, like the same line as the purple tub, like that gorgeous body butter, you know. I got that. I have some thoughts on that. And then I got this Lisa Eldridge new lipsticks that she came out with, the new cream lipsticks. And then I bought some brushes from BK Beauty that I want to put to the test with you guys. So I've got some viral products in this video to show you demo in natural daylight. I always film in natural daylight. So are you guys ready to find out what these products are like? Are they worth the hype? Did they perform well? It's something worth your investment? That's what I have on my face, most of it. I demoed every product in natural daylight in this video. At the end of the video, I will give you my final thoughts. So let's jump right in. Hey beauties, welcome back to another fabulous beauty review. I've got some viral makeup here, like I said, to test with you guys. So let's get right to the application demo. And while I'm applying them, I will give you some of my thoughts, but at the end of the video, I will give you my final thought. Before we jump into the demo, please subscribe if you haven't already. Really helps me grow this community so I can give you better content down the road. And don't forget to click the notification bell, because even if you are subscribed, if you don't hit the notification bell, YouTube will not let you know that I uploaded a video. You will miss many of my videos. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Hop on over to my very well established fragrance channel, Salon Clear, where I review everything that smells good, fragrances, body care, what have you, and from affordable to niche and luxury fragrances. Okay, so let's jump right in. So I have the new Anastasia impeccable blurring second skin matte foundation right here. Guys, I tried this foundation at Sephora, kind of like a little swatcheroo thing I did on the back of my hand. It felt like wallpaper paste. It is that thick. It is thick, thick, thick. Did not get a very good first impression with how thick it was. And I was imagining it going on my face like spackle. We shall see, we shall see. I am no longer a fan of thick, full coverage foundations like I was in my younger days, because, you know, back then the style was to just plaster your face. But I like a nice radiant foundation. Did I show you what the bottle looks like? So this is what the bottle looks like. And it just feels super thick. Let me show you when it comes out. Oh, do you see that? Just how thick that was. It is super thick. So I only took like a couple of pumps. And I have like very moisturized kind of base. Like I put a lot of moisturizer. And then I use the Chantecaille Gold whatever cream. I forget the full name of it as my base, my primer. So let's go in. It's a supremely awful, overcast, gloomy day. So the lighting isn't the best. So pardon the lighting, but I wanted to give you natural daylight as I always do. By the way, color matching was impossible with this foundation. I believe this has a lot of shades, but the undertones were all off, you guys. Like this shade, although it was the closest possible to my skin tone, still a little too light, and the undertone isn't perfect. I tried this is 3 warm or 3W. So that was 2 pumps, by the way. That wasn't enough, so I'm going in with the third. As I was saying, I first tried 4 warm, which was yellow, like almost orange yellow, and it was too dark for my skin tone. And then I tried 3N, that was too light. Then I tried 3 warm or 3W, this one right here, and it was the at least close, like slightly close to my skin tone, which it still isn't. It's too light, and the 4N is too dark. So I don't know, like the 4W is too dark and the 4N way too dark, and 3 warm and 3 neutral, or 3W and 3N are too light. So there's no medium, and I did not want to buy 2 shades not knowing I would like this foundation very much, just the way it was going on the back of my hand, like speckle. Did not think that I would actually, like it enough to buy 2 shades to mix it. I mean, if I bought 4 warm or 4W and 3W and mixed it, then it would be probably a good shade. Again, I have to go in with another pump, so that wasn't enough quite either. So that was like 4 pumps. So 1 pump each for each area that you do. So, okay, so that is the Anastasia Impeccable Blurring whatever foundation, long names these brands come out with these days. So that's what it looks like. It wasn't as wallpaper paste like as I was scared it would be. It was better than that. It went on a little bit thinner. Like when you actually spread it with a brush, I would highly recommend a brush with this foundation. When you really spread it, like a dense brush like that, and you really spread it thin on your face, it becomes okay. It does not feel too heavy. I mean, it looks good, but I don't know if I would call this my favorite foundation of all time. Now, you guys know what my favorite foundation is. It is the Dior Stick Foundation. That is absolutely flawless. It is full coverage, but still super thin. You don't even feel it on your face when you put it on, and it goes on without leaving lines or settling into fine lines or anything. It just perfects your skin like no other. So this one, I mean, I feel like there's a little bit of like patchiness. I don't know if you guys can see, like there's a little bit of patchiness in the way it went on, and Yeah, so let me look in the mirror. You know, I can still see my like acne scarring a little bit, although camera you can't see it as much. It didn't, I wouldn't say it blurred my skin really. It was good coverage, although I feel like right here is patchy. Here it's patchy. I see patches of places where the foundation didn't stick. So you guys can see it. Yeah, yes, you can see. You see that patchiness where my skin peeks through? And look at that, like my eyelids where there's a lot more oil, it didn't go on very well. I felt like it didn't go on very nicely on top of the moisturized skin that I had underneath. I mean, I don't know if I didn't have any base, it would go on better. I should have probably maybe tried that too. But anyway, a foundation should be able to go on top of a moisturized base, like a nice, like moisturized skin. And if it can't do that, then what's the point? My verdict is that it's good. I would say it kind of gets the job done, but not perfectly. I would not say this is my favorite foundation of all time. I wouldn't even say this is in my top 5. This would be average to me in terms of getting the job done. Okay, so I just applied concealer under my eyes so that we can try this new Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in this new viral. I think the Huda Beauty marketing really worked. It caught on social media wildfire. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in Ube Birthday Cake. So she came out with like this ube color. It's like this lavendery pink. And this powder was going all over the social media. I think that was a viral sensation that Huda Beauty marketing team created. Now let's see if this is as good as all the hype, right? So this is the Ube Birthday Cake, like I said, the shade. And she also came out with the Ube blush shade in Ube. But I know that when I tried it at Sephora, it looked horrible on me. And I watched several reviews on YouTube. It didn't look good on anybody. Fair skin, dark skin, medium skin, you name it, it did not look good on anybody. That was not a flattering shade on anybody. Okay guys, this is the first thing I should mention. This is like a really silly kind of design. I just had the hardest time getting this top off. It basically, you have to take a knife and pop it off. And there's a filter here, but the filter is covered by this plastic cover that I don't know how to get it to come off. So the filter is useless, and I need to, you know, off camera battle with this and figure out how to get this film over the filter off so that I can actually use the filter. It's kind of a annoying design, really. Don't know why she decided to change the packaging, and this is like a weird lid. I don't know, it was not very user-friendly. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's the powder that I care about. So this is what the Ube powder looks like. And this was set on wildfire by the Huda Beauty marketing team. And it just caught on social media everywhere. TikTok, the IG, everywhere. Anyway, this is supposed to be a better under eye powder than the cherry blossom pink powder, which I do have. I like it. Now Huda says that you're supposed to use this powder lightly, so let's do it both ways. Let's do it like really thick, like most of the people on like Instagram and TikTok are doing. Let's try both methods. So this side I'm gonna go in heavy with this powder, like the TikTokers and the people on IG that's like hyping this powder up. So let's try that on this eye with like a thicker coat. Okay, so that went on really nicely actually. Really set that eye pretty good. And let me take now a brush and lightly dust it on the other side. So I'm gonna take my Wayne Goss brush and only get a very tiny bit, tap it off, okay, and just go very lightly on this side. Now this is the heavy side and this is the light side, okay? So I'm gonna go lightly on this side. So you tell me what looks better. Okay, there's some sort of speck of it on there. Okay, that just like out of nowhere, there's like a plastic piece. What was that in the powder? Do you guys see that? That just like hung onto my face. That's weird. Okay, so that's the light side and it didn't quite do much of a good job in covering, so I got a little bit more. Let's go a little bit more. Still light, but a little bit more. Okay, so which side do you think looks nicer? This side, the heavy side, I feel like really canceled out my like hollows there under the eyes, whereas this is still showing a little bit of my hollow. I feel like this one stopped reflecting light at all and just totally like made it a blank like canvas under there, like filled in my under eye hollow really. And then this side kind of still left a little bit the hollow showing. And I will say though that color is good at canceling out the darkness under the eyes. Now that is the reason why I like the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in Cherry Blossom, because it does cancel out the under eye darkness. Now this Ube here, I feel like is doing a similar, if not better, job at canceling the under eye darkness. So my verdict is that it does work. Although I don't know if it's like as worthy as like all the rage and all the hype. I mean, I have other powders like from Givenchy, for example, that work even better than this. That is like lightly blush colored. I think any kind of like rose colored, good finely milled powder under the eyes will cancel out that darkness. Like the Givenchy one is my favorite, but I will say that it works. Does it work better than the Cherry Blossom shade, the Ube? I think the fact that there's more of a lavender undertone to this helps cancel out the darkness even more, maybe like slightly more. And not like a lot more, but slightly more. Now, if Givenchy came out with a powder that is this sort of lavender color, that would do the same thing. So I don't know if I can credit it to this particular powder or if it's like the thing that any finely milled powder in this sort of shade does, right? But I do say that I do like Huda Beauty's Easy Bake Powder formula. So that did work. Really set my under eyes. There's no like room for oil to peek through or anything like that. Now let's now go in with my new Prada Holiday Eye Quint here. No, Eye Quad actually. There's only 4 shades in here. So this is like the holiday collection Eye Quad. This is so stunning. I've actually done looks with this before and I've worn this on my channel before, but I think this is the first time I'm actually showing you an eye look with it, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so I'm gonna go in with, this is a beautiful eye quad, just so you know. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. So I'm trying to think, this is like, this doesn't have like a crease shade or anything like that. So I'm going to start actually with the outer corner shade. So here we are with the dark burgundy shade under here. Gonna take a little tap bit of it and I'm gonna go on the outer portion, the outer V-shaped corner here. And I'm gonna define it with that. These Prada eyeshadows, they are so buttery, so pigmented, so good. I've reviewed these before. I've had a dedicated Prada makeup video on my channel before. you guys have seen. You know, check it out if you missed it. I reviewed many of these Prada quads, although not this particular quad. This is the special limited edition holiday quad. I don't know if it's still available. I believe it is. It only recently came available in the US, and I jumped on it as soon as it came available. Just recently they released it here. It was only available in Europe and Middle Eastern places at first, and now it is actually available in the US. It's gorgeous, that color. Okay, now I'm going to take a flat sort of shader brush, and I'm going to take that beautiful pink shade right there. It's absolutely high pigmented. I don't know if you guys can see there. Now I'm going to put this right on my like outer end, and from there to the center lid, I'm gonna bring it. That's gonna be my star shade, okay? That's gonna define this eye look, that turn it into a kind of a pink eye look, okay? So beautiful. That is so good. Do you see that? Do you see that? Oh my goodness. Do you see that tin foil kind of shine that just made my eyelid pop out of my socket? Do you see that? I mean, that's the beauty about putting this type of shade right up and down like this, right on the center, you guys, because it's gonna make your eyelid pop. Wow. You saw that? Wow, wow, wow. That was absolutely stunning. Okay, so let's get this side as well. So again, outer end where that outer corner shade is, from there to the center lid, we're gonna go up and down, straight up and down. That would make my eyelid pop immediately. You know, don't be afraid to go all the way up to the crease there, which makes your eyelid look bigger and longer. Do you see that? That's how you make an eyelid pop like it's huge, okay? So you're gonna take the entire real estate there, from the eyelash line all the way to the top end of the crease, okay? And then I'm gonna go take the other side of the brush, and I'm gonna go into this beautiful silver foiled shade right there, and I'm gonna put that right in the inner corner and really get the inner corner to pop. Do you see that? Whoa, that is high impact color right there. Wow, wow, wow. That is gorgeous. Man, oh man. So I'm gonna lightly kind of go like that on the brow bone, but you don't want that under the brow bone to be too metallic, but I also don't want to have to use another eye palette. Another option you have is you can use your highlighter for the eyebrow, brow bone under the eyebrow. Could do that too, but what I'm choosing to do is kind of shear it out, still, you know, make the brow bone pop without it looking foiled like I did in a corner here. That's another option, okay? Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the lower lash line, and I'm gonna take a very pinched tiny brush like that and go into that dark maroon or like the burgundy color. I'm gonna put it right just on the outer end here of the lower lash line. Then I'm gonna go this side the same way, tightly on the lower lash line only. Wow, it's gloomy as heck outside, you guys, and I don't even know how I have any light at all right now. Very, very gloomy day, super gloomy day. But it looks fine here on the camera. Okay, now I'm gonna go into that gold shade right there, and I'm going to put that right along the lower lash line where the silver shade ends right there, and I'm going to connect it to the maroon that we just deposited on the lower lash line, kind of right in the middle there. So we can use this entire palette to get a full look with this. Another thing you can do is you can do a pink and gold look too, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm choosing to do. That is a gorgeous eye look. Now I'm going to pop on my liquid eyeliner. mascara and do my eyebrows, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with my eyebrows done. I got my eyeliner on. Isn't that a gorgeous, gorgeous eye look, you guys? Wow. My eyelids pop. All right, so I just cream contoured my face, as you can see. So now I'm gonna go in with this Kogendo powder to see if this foundation looks better once it's powdered, okay? Like once you put powder on top of it. Because I just feel like it makes my face look like, you know, when you put really high coverage like matte foundation, it can like cling on to like every dent on your face and make you look older. That's one of the reasons why I don't wear the super dry matte foundations anymore. I would say this formula is, I wouldn't say it's as dry as like Urban Decay All Nighter. Do you remember that foundation? That was like wallpaper paste. Not as bad as that. This has some slip, some give, some stretch to it. Yeah, it's like kind of blurring, but it doesn't quite blur the face the way that, you know, the Prada foundation does, or, you know, even the Dior stick foundation does. It does miss some spots. I feel like, you know, like a little bit of patchiness, not too bad. Not as dry and clingy to dry patches as Urban Decay, not as speckle-like as Urban Decay All Nighter, but it's still a very matte foundation, and it kind of makes you look old, like a little bit. I'm telling you, I'm gonna insert a clip here for you guys right at the window with my cell phone so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It sort of kind of like, do you see how it makes, how dry it makes my face look? I'm gonna get a little closer. Do you see that? Like, I'm seeing dents on my face that I don't usually see. You know, it's clinging to every little line, bump, dry patch, moisturized patch, name it. So no, this is a hard pass for me, the Anastasia. I mean, the moment I saw that it's a matte foundation and it said full coverage, I was like, no, that's not gonna work. But I got it just so I can try it on for you guys, okay? All right, so now we're gonna move on to the items that we've been waiting for. The YSL blushes. Everybody is probably waiting for these. So these are the new YSL blushes. It's called Make Me Blush blushes. So I've got 3 shades here. So I just looked down and I looked up and I could see how that's clinging. Anyway, I don't know if you guys can see it. Anyway, so I got it in 3 shades. I got Pink, Voltage, Spicy Berry, and I have Restless Rose. I'll try each blush on both cheeks so you guys can get a better idea. Okay, so let me get this out first of all. I don't know why they make the packaging so hard to work with. I do love this YSL clutch-like cushioned, very luxurious packaging component. And there are 2 different finishes of this blushes. There's the shine finish, like with the shimmer a little bit, and then there's the totally matte finish. I have 1 matte finish and 2 shimmer finish. So this is Restless Rose, which has a little bit of a golden shimmer or shine to it. So let me try that on both my cheeks, and then the next, and then the next. I have a natural hair brush here from Wayne Goss, and I'm going to tap it on. Okay, so that's Restless Rose. It looks really pretty. The shade is pretty. It's kind of like a rosy peach, but mostly rosy though. That I do like the shine finish ones. I can already tell you before I even put it on my cheeks that these shine finish ones are gonna look better on than the totally dry matte finish. which would be a little blurring, but at the same time it wouldn't be as natural flush type of look as these would be, the shine finish. So there you go, that is Restless Rose. What do you guys think? So that is in natural daylight, you can see Restless Rose. Okay, I'm gonna swatch it right here on the hand, on the back of my hand. So that's what Restless Rose looks like swatched. Do you see that there's a little bit of a gold undertone shine to it right there? Okay, so let me wipe this off and put the next shade on. The next shade, this one is the matte shade 87 Pink Voltage. I will list and link all these products down below, obviously. 83 Spicy Berry. So that way I can end up with the Pink Voltage for the video. So this is Spicy Berry. This is supposed to be a shimmer finish. Although I don't see the shimmer very much. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a shimmer finish. And I do love this color because I don't have anything this shade in my collection. I wiped off the brush and I'm gonna go in with this shade. Ooh, that one's a little bit high pigmented. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, that is an interesting shade. Very berry indeed. Very much a berry shade. And you just really have to use a very light hand. I already went a little too crazy there. I'm gonna have to tone it down with my powder brush. This is great for deeper skin tones, I would say. But tan skin tones like mine can go with a light hand and it'll still look really nice. And if you have fair skin, you'd have to use a very, very, very light hand, okay? But it'll still work on you as well. It'll give you like something different, you know? So I have to tone it down a little bit here in a minute with my powder brush. But there you go. So that is Spicy Berry. Yeah, it does have a little bit of a sheen. So this does have a sheen or shimmer. I wouldn't say shimmer, sheen, a finish that has a sheen. How about that? So I've toned it down with my powder brush there. So this is what Spicy Berry looks like. Okay, so let's swatch the berry shade on my hand here next to the first one. So this is the berry shade. Do you guys see that little bit of sheen right there? That is gorgeous. I actually really love this berry shade. It's super beautiful. So now I'm gonna change this and let's go with the Pink Voltage, the only matte one without any sheen or shimmer to it. Let's put that on last. All right, I'm back with it all erased. All right, now let's go with this one, Pink Voltage. This is a completely matte shade and it's a very hot pink, kind of Barbie pink type of shade. So I took a different brush and I'm gonna dip it in a little bit. I'm not gonna take too much. Dusted it a little bit off. And now I'm gonna go on with Pink Voltage. This will complement the eye look that I'm wearing the most. So I wanted this to be the last shade I try on so I can leave it on for the video. Ooh, that is actually a really lovely pink. Very like Barbie-esque. There is a Barbie doll color, a shade in this range. I believe there are, what is it, 5 or 6 shades in this collection, this release of blushes. And there is a shade, I think it's like Doll Face, or I forget what it's called. That is a shimmer finish, I believe. My Sephora store was out. That blush was not there. In fact, most of these shades, there was only like one left when I went to the store to get it. So yeah, this sold out pretty quick. Okay, so that is Pink Voltage. I'm gonna tone down this side a little bit with my powder brush. So that is Pink Voltage. So that's Pink Voltage. It is a pretty pink, really pops. I like how it looks. It's beautiful. Okay, now let's swatch the Pink Voltage. Okay, so here is Pink Voltage right above the berry shade. This is the totally matte shade that I just tried. Restless Rose, Spicy Berry, and Pink Voltage swatched. I would say Spicy Berry is my favorite shade in terms of like uniqueness, and that the fact that it comes in the shimmer finish, which leaves a nice little shine that I really like. But I ended up with Pink Voltage on my face. I will say, you know, see that matte finish is not as nice as the two shimmer finishes, as you guys can clearly see. Do I think these blushes are groundbreaking? I don't. But I love the packaging. I mean, A+++ for the packaging. Absolutely impeccable packaging. I mean, they get an A+ from me for packaging. But did it blow my mind? It didn't blow my mind. But do I say it's a really nice, a good powder blush? Yes. But do I have other powder blushes that I like more? Yes. Like the Chanel powder blushes that they released, the duos, the highlighter and powder they released for summer, the Jardin Imaginaire collection powder blushes. That formula is divine to me. I like the Gucci actually blushes, the formula slightly better than this. But is it still a good blush formula? Yes. Do I prefer the shimmer finish more than the matte finish? Yes. I really wish they had that like sort of Barbie doll color, the lightest shade in the range, which is a shimmer finish available. But like I said, my Sephora was completely sold out. But this definitely goes with this eye look, don't you guys think? What is your favorite shade out of the three I tried on? So let's get to the rest of the products. So now I've got the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks here. Her new cream lipstick. What are these called? Let me tell you the name. Rouge Experience lipsticks. Right here, these gorgeous components are to die for. These are very much like, reminds me of vintage Estee Lauder, which she's very much inspired by the way. So I got Audrey out of the many shades that she had. Unfortunately, the one I really wanted, like this very berry looking shade, was totally sold out. So that is the shade Audrey, which she named after Audrey Hepburn, because Audrey Hepburn had a shade that looks very similar to this. That was one of her favorite lipstick shades. All right, I'm not going to use a lip liner in fear that it'll interfere with this beautiful shade. So let's try this lipstick shade. Oh, whoa. This is a very 60s, right out of a movie in the 60s, like Breakfast at Tiffany's. You know, those are the shades that were super popular in the 90s, 60s. Obviously, this clashes with my eye look, so I'm gonna cover my eyes. Let me do this. It is actually really pretty color. This is a super fun color for spring and summer. Don't you guys think? Yeah, so it kind of clashes with the eye look because this is a cool tone pink, whereas this is a very like coral undertone, not coral, like warm undertone pinky shade. I like the type of shade that was very popular in the 60s. So I'm gonna wipe this off and put a different lipstick on for the video. So it's a new day. I'm trying on more products for you guys. So I want to try this one, this La Mer lip treatment. It's called the Lip Volumizer. We shall see. This is very popular. People swear by this product. Let's see what it's like, right? So this is what it's kind of like a doe foot. It's a little bit like minty, but not too much. It's like a, you know, like those candies, the peppermint candies. That's what this smells like. I want to say tastes like, but no, I'm not tasting it. The smell can almost feel like a taste, you know? Oh, that feels really, really soothing. I'm going to assume that this does have a plumping effect because it says the lip volumizer, right? So there should be, yeah, I feel a sensation. There should be a plumping effect. And it also smells like peppermint. So that's usually a sign that it's a plumping lip treatment. It feels really good. I mean, I can see, I don't know if you guys are noticing, my lips are kind of like expanding and like getting more volume. Did you notice from the time I put it on to now? It's kind of like blooming like a flower on my lips. Yeah, I would say this is really good. Okay, so I have more products to try for you guys. I have this brush set from BK Beauty. I bought this during the holiday season, and it's a travel set. So it has like their famous foundation brush, and this is like a bronzer type of brush, and then some eye brushes. So I also bought this one on the side. So it's the same brush as this, but this is like, obviously the one in the set is the travel size of it, which I really like for traveling. Actually, I do have an hourglass veil. I have the hourglass veil primer to try on first. I bought this because people constantly talk about this. This has really good reviews. So let's try it, okay? So I like primers without dimethicone, and from what I know, this doesn't have dimethicone. This has like, but it has that sort of like same type of texture that says that it's pore filling. You know what I mean? Like it serves as a barrier between makeup and my skin, which is what I'm really looking for. I want something to serve as like a pore filler or pore blocker, okay, when I'm applying makeup. So that felt so good, and I could feel it going over like a veil, just like it says, and it's sitting on like a filter or like a barrier. So that is a really good sign. Now let's see how foundation goes on top of it. What I have is the Hourglass Veil Tint thing. Like, it's a hydrating tint. So it's a tint. It's not really exactly a foundation, but we shall use the foundation brush nonetheless. So this is the shade I got. I really hope it's the right shade. It came out really dark. So, oh, wrong color. Okay, we can make it work. It's blending in okay. I probably should go maybe like one shade lighter. It just completely like turned off the lights on my face, kind of like, because it's darker than my skin tone. Unfortunate that I didn't get the right shade. Shoot. Uh-oh. And it's been a while since I bought it, so now I can't even exchange it. So I'm gonna have to just buy another one and mix it together, I think. That's all I can do. Do you see the difference? Like my face and my chest. Yeah, that's very, very dark. That's okay. It is a really nice tint, actually. Unfortunately, because it's so dark, I can't really tell how it camouflages my imperfections that well. I mean, obviously it's light coverage. This is light to medium coverage. This is just a tint. It's not a foundation. This is for a no makeup look. Let me take a look in the mirror. So it doesn't cover too much into the naked eye here than you guys looking at me, you know, through the camera. I can tell better here. So it didn't cover any of my acne divots that I have from acne. It didn't really cover anything. You know, you guys can't see it in the camera, but I can, to the naked eye, I see still acne scarring in my under eye dark circles, which I haven't used a concealer yet, I know. But really, it doesn't cover anything. All it does is maybe even out a little bit the skin tone. So the tint, a tint is supposed to just be a tint. You can't expect from a tint what you would expect from a foundation. That would be silly. Being a tint, it's doing what a tint is supposed to do. It's just supposed to even out your complexion, which it did. It didn't cover any imperfections really, but it kind of evened out my skin tone for like a no makeup type of day. And it's really hard for me to tell how it made my skin better because it's darker than my skin tone. It's not my shade, so it makes it a little harder, but it's good. It feels really nice going on the face, kind of like a gel texture. It has very cooling, so I really like it. I want to get the right shade, and I have a feeling I would love it for no makeup days. I'm gonna take this off now so I can try the Lisa Eldridge Skin Tint Foundation. And I'm gonna use brush from this Angie Hot and Flashy and BK Beauty collab travel brush kit right here. So I got this travel brush kit from that collab. Now this is the same brush as what I just used. It's just in the Angie Hot and Flashy packaging here. And this one seems like a bronzer slash blush brush. I would probably use this for blush. This is for concealer. And then we have a couple of eye brushes. Okay, so I won't be able to use all of these brushes, but I can tell you that the quality is really, really good. Okay, now I'm going to try the Lisa Eldridge tint right here with the Angie Hot and Flashy brush. So I love the little egg-shaped little component here. So you're supposed to lay it flat like that, obviously. Let's see. I mean, I've heard good things about this tint. You have to shake it. It's very liquidy. Please let it be the right shade. Looks darker. We'll see. Oh, okay. No. Whew, good. Good shade match. Good shade match. But you know what? You're never gonna get the exact shade when you're getting stuff, like, 'cause they're never gonna get your skin tone exactly right. But the goal is to get something close enough that it works, you know. Oh, this one's actually really good. This actually has some coverage, I can already tell. Unlike the Hourglass one had no like coverage whatsoever. But also I will say, to be fair to that one was darker. So it was really hard for me to see what the coverage was like because it was darkening my whole face and I couldn't tell how well it was working because it was like, you know, it's not easy when it's not the right shade. This one is a really very good match. So that's good. So I'm going to take another pump because that's not enough. So one pump is kind of enough for the whole face. But if you want a little bit more coverage there, then you can use a little bit more. I still need some more for my neck. So this is obviously a skin tint, not a foundation, so don't expect the coverage you want from a foundation. This feels really good. It went on very well, blended really well. So far so good. I would always recommend using a brush with tints because they have very minimal coverage already, and if you use a sponge, the sponge will drink eat up most of your product and you will be left with nothing. And you can use your fingers. I mean, do you want me to use my fingers maybe a little bit? Let's see how this works with fingers. Ooh, this is even better, I would say. Yeah, you can totally use your fingers for this skin tint because it's kind of like a lotion type of texture, almost like applying a watery lotion-like cream to your face with a bit of tint. That had really good coverage. It even sort of covered my dark circles. Not really, but I'm gonna have to use a concealer, but you know what I mean. It gave pretty good coverage for a tint, don't you think? And it looks really nice. Almost feels like, has that sort of like, not silicone-y, but that texture, like a slip rubbery sort of silicone type texture you feel from a sunscreen. It almost felt like a sunscreen, honestly, like a tinted sunscreen. Does this have SPF? It doesn't say that. It says enhancing tint. This seems like, is it just me or does it look like it just oxidized? So it went on really light and now I feel like it's oxidizing, darker, or getting there. It's right now exactly my skin tone, but it looks like over time this is really going to oxidize. Is it just me or do you see it too? I can still see my skin's entirely quite a bit peeking through. This is again not a foundation, it's a tint. And again, my acne scarring divots, I can still see them. Actually very similar coverage to Hourglass Veil tint. The only difference is I couldn't tell how well the Hourglass Veil one did because of the fact that it was a darker shade. But now that I really take a good close look at it, I would say the coverage is very comparable. If that had come in a lighter, like the proper shade for my face, it would have had a similar effect. But it's really good. This is a really good one for a no makeup day that you don't want to look like you're wearing anything. It's a good tint. I mean, what can I say? I mean, is it groundbreaking? No. Is it a good tint and does what a tint is supposed to do? Sure. Now I'm actually going to go put on a regular foundation because I do have to go places today and I have to film another video. So I got to get a different foundation on, take this off, different foundation on, and then I'll come back to try the rest of the product. Okay, I'm back with some concealer. And now we're gonna powder my face with, this is not a new product and neither is it really like viral at this moment, but this is a very popular product. It's one that makes a lot of rounds on the internet. This is Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Flawless Powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and powder my face with this and use this brush from the BK Beauty brush kit. This is really not a powder brush. This is really like more of a bronzer, which I will use it here for that as well. But I just wanted to use what I have in this brush kit. So there's no powder brush in this travel kit, which is a bit of a flaw, I would say. You need to include a powder brush, a bronzer slash blush brush, and some basic eye brushes for it to be a complete travel kit. So I will say that is a flaw in this brush kit right here. Now the NG Hot and Flashy one, same thing. It has a bronzer slash blush brush, but no powder brush in that one either. Do you see that Charlotte Tilbury powder is really, really good at like giving that airbrushed kind of look to the face. Hourglass Unlock Edit palette here in Evil Eye. This was making a lot of noise when it came out first, the end of last year. Well, last year was just a couple months ago. But you know, so this is what the palette looks like. So it has the finishing powder in Soft Light right there. That is, I'm gonna use that actually on top because what I put on Charlotte Tilbury, that is a setting powder. So let's do this as a finishing powder on top. I adore these Hourglass finishing powders. Again, I would have preferred a fluffier brush for finishing powder, but I'll just use the BK Beauty brush just because we have it here and we're testing it. That is really nice. These finishing powders are so good, so finely milled. They're only second to the Guerlain Meteorites in my opinion, because the Guerlain Meteorites really brighten up the face. So does this. Do you see how it looks like it just put lights on my face, right? But I feel like the Meteorites are even more ethereal, slightly more ethereal than this. Do you see that? That's awesome. Did you see how flawless it made my skin look just in seconds? So I'm gonna wipe this brush now, and then we're gonna go into the bronzer here. So this bronzer is called Natural Bronze. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up the face with this. This brush is the right brush for this job right here. So that's good. We have the bronzer brush in the travel kit. I'm going to be traveling here soon for a conference to Orlando. So when I do that, I might take this brush set with me, and or a mixture of this brush set with the Angie Hot and Flashy brushes. I most likely won't take these like cases they come in, because I already have a makeup case that I'll put all my products into. I don't like having a million different pieces of things to carry. So it'll be just one makeup case with all the products I need. Do you see how beautiful this bronzer is? Very, very kind of airbrushed kind of look it gives, and blends like a dream. Blends into the skin so well and just really warms up the face and gets the job done. It's beautiful, like just sculpted and bronzed my face at the same time really, really well. Now I'm going to go into the Hot and Flashy brush set and get this blush brush from it right here. This is actually a pinched brush. This can actually work as a contour, powder contour one as well, or even bronzer. It will work for that too, but I'm going to use this as a blush brush since this kit doesn't have anything else. Let me try this one first on one cheek. Shake it off a little bit. Ooh, pigmented. Okay, so get this done. There you go. That's very warm, very corally type of blush. Very finely milled powders, these ones. So really blends well. Now let me go to the other blush. I'm going to mix them together after I show you what they look like individually. I'll even out both sides later. So this is the other one. The other blush shade. They're very much like coral undertones, obviously. So there you go. So I'm gonna go over the bridge a little bit. Okay, so this is the one color. This I think is the, let me see. Okay, so this is Pink Fusion that I put on this side. Okay, so it's not supposed to have coral undertone, but it comes off coral on me. And this is Coral Glow on this side. Okay, so it's these two that I tried. And actually, this is supposed to be a blush as well. This is like Oasis Glow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wipe the brush off, and I'm gonna actually put this one on top. This one looks interesting. Do you see that? This is called Oasis Glow. Let's try this on top, okay? Ooh, that gives a very golden tannish finish. So that's supposed to be a blush too, okay? Okay, it looks almost like a bronzer, like a blonzer. Blonzer is like a blushy bronzer or bronzy blush. Okay, so actually that evened out. So let me put a little of the other blush color on this side so I can even it out, and vice versa. Then I'm going to put this color on this side and even it out. Don't worry, I'll go over it again Now on top of it, I'm gonna put the Oasis Glow. Okay, now I'm gonna have to go and tone this down a little bit with the powder brush here. Use with the finishing powder. So setting powder is different from finishing powder. You guys know that. Setting powder is for setting the face. Finishing powder is for finishing the face. When you're done with all your makeup, you're supposed to go with a big fluffy brush with a finishing powder, so everything kind of blends. And now we're gonna try the strobe light here, the highlighter. In the palette, I got my highlighter brush. This is not part of the BK Beauty set. So this is the highlighter. It's kind of like almost like a blush topper, it looks like. Ooh, my goodness. Nope, it's a full-blown highlighter, but it has a pinky undertone, which is really beautiful. Really complements the blushes. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get the brow bone here with it too, to help my eye look later when I do my eyes. So let's get the brow bone there. Oh wow, that is good. These Hourglass highlighters are always so good. They're very glowy. They look very unassuming in there, but once you get it on your face, they glow to the gods. Yeah, very beautiful. Okay, so that is it. I'm gonna go finish my eye makeup look now and go about the day. Okay, so let's try this oil. Not that I can really give you like a full review of it. I mean, I'm using this for the first time, so I gotta put the pump in it. I like that it comes with a cap, so if you have to travel with them, you can use the cap to close it and take it with you. Or even if you have to store it in a weird way, you need a cap for it, then you know you have the cap. All right, so I'm going to take the oil. It's a very much an oil. So let me try it on my arm. Ooh, smells like Baccarat Rouge 540, that Beige Fleur scent that is in the Beige Fleur body cream. Same scent, same scent. It's very hydrating, very moisturizing. So good. Oh, that's good. That's really good. And really, when I spray the Baccarat Rouge on top of this, that's gonna make the scent last forever. Because of how moisturized my skin looks. Now this, okay, so I took this out. So this is the deodorant. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it a little bit right now. Oh, that smells just like that matching body cream, like the same body cream in purple. And these are very moisturizing. These have no aluminum. They're clean in deodorants. If you have like massive BO problems, these may not work because they're natural, like no aluminum and stuff. Although you shouldn't use aluminum anyway. There are other ways to control if you have BO, like there's like the Hibi cleanse you can wipe your armpits with. I'll do another video on that if you need that. I've never had body odor issues, but I know that doctors recommend the Hibi cleanse. I heard it somewhere. Yeah, it actually kills all your bacteria, so it takes care of the body odor. Now this is similar to the body cream, the body butter, that is the same color. However, it's not exactly the same scent. This has almost, I want to say, a caramel toffee, a caramel tinge to it. I'm going to assume then the body cream does too, but in the body cream you can smell the floral notes a little bit more. This is smelling very caramelly to me. Yeah, but it's delicious, and these really work. I have these deodorant sticks in other ones, like the Rio Dio, the Bam Dia one, like the orange one. I love them. They really work really well on me. I mean, I don't have, again, major body odor issues, so I can't speak for how well it works for extreme cases, but for me or for an average person, these work really, really well. Those are all the products that I had in this haul to try for you guys. As far as the Anastasia foundation, you guys can see it does look good on camera. It does look very, very good. It actually is full coverage. This would be really great for like an event. What I found was that it is not the type of foundation that you want to wear every day, like day to day, in natural daylight and whatnot, like daytime, for example. You don't want to wear it because it's a little too matte, it's a little too drying, and definitely not for winter. This would be maybe like summer nighttime type of foundation. Like I said, this is the kind of foundation you want to wear when you want to speckle your face, like full coverage, right? An event or something that you just want, you know, layer of plaster on. And make sure you really like distribute the foundation because it can be a little bit patchy. I would advise moisturizing your face really well so that it can counteract the dryness of the foundation. This is good. There again, if you're like having like something that you need to do on camera or photo shoot or something, that type of foundation. This is like a nighttime event kind of foundation. You do not want to wear this in the daytime, you know, when you want to have that natural look, right? So that type of foundation, is it bad? No. Is it my favorite foundation? No. Because my favorite foundation that is the perfect everything I've ever dreamt of is the DR stick foundation, #1 hands down. And these are YSL blushes, you guys. These are good, but are they the best blushes to date? No, but I do like them. They have a beautiful finish. I would say the shimmer finish with the sheen is a little bit healthier, prettier looking on the skin than the matte finish. So try to get the shimmer finish ones. I believe there are like more shimmer finish ones than matte finish, or is it like equal? I don't remember. But anyway, my favorite is this spicy berry. Even though it was a little bit too pigmented for my skin tone, I'm gonna go with the light hand. I like it because it's very unique. I don't have a shade like that in my collection. So that's like my favorite. I did like the Restless Rose as well. I know that Nude Lavalier is another shade that I really want to get. They were out of. And I really wanted to try the Baby Doll light pink one. Anyway, so that's the verdict on the blushes. And this very viral Huda Beauty powder, I would agree that it's really good. That shade, that very lavender-ish pink, cancels out the darkness under the eyes even more than the pink powders. But now I really wish that Givenchy would come out with this shade because I like that powder formula more than the Huda, but this is pretty good too. So I would say this is slightly better than the Cherry Blossom shade in terms of canceling the under eye hollow or the darkness. Then we have this Hourglass Tint and the Hourglass Primer. Love them both. The primer is very much like silky, very much like a silk canvas. Very good, you know, nice to have primers that don't always have dimethicone, you know. It's nice, more skincare type primers sometimes. At the same time, they kind of keep makeup from getting into your pores, so I feel like it does both. The tint, is that the best tint on earth? No, but is it a pretty good tint? I would say it's nice light coverage and definitely great for like a natural look for every day, especially in the summertime, even winter too. Yeah, I do like them both. And then you guys know I love the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder. It's very blurring. My only complaint that I've always had with that is the fact that it doesn't even have 1 ounce of product. It's very little products. Come on, Charlotte. And then we have this, you know, the Hourglass Unlock and Edit palette in Evil Eye. You guys know these formulas are amazing. The powders, you know, that are in here, they are so nice, like the finishing powders. Very beautiful. I think they're only second to the Guerlain Meteorites, or actually neck and neck with Guerlain Meteorites. My second favorite finishing powder formula. And then of course the blushes are very kind of like airbrush looking and very youthful, like a youthful flush they give. The bronzers are very blendable, very smooth, very seamless type of bronzers. So absolutely a winner. And this Prada Eye Quad, I mean, come on, look at that. That is date night, go out, special occasion, even wedding day type of eye quad right there. Absolutely gorgeous, make your eyes pop like no other. The buttery foiled formula, unparalleled, worth every penny. And then this La Mer lip treatment, I would call this a treatment because that's what it feels like. Absolutely moisturizing and gorgeous. Love, love, love this. The hype is real. And as far as the Lisa Eldridge lipstick, very creamy, very beautiful, seamless, beautiful formula. This shade in particular, Audrey, very much Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's. Very much the 60s light coral pink shades that were very popular at the time. Very much a throwback to that retro kind of look. I can see myself wearing it with one of my Jackie O type dresses that I actually bought from Tuckernuck with like a headscarf and sunglasses, big sunglasses. So yeah, very much, very, very cute. That would definitely be a shade that I'd be wearing in spring and summer. Very much a spring and summer shade. Now I just really wish that the shade I really wanted comes back in stock. The Tint from Lisa Eldridge, beautiful. Again, it's not my #1 tint, but nonetheless pretty good tint. And then we have this Rio Deo deodorant in that beautiful scent that is the purple body butter from Sol de Janeiro. Again, I forget the name now. I love to pair that body butter with my Bulgari Bachami fragrance. They're a match made in heaven, and now I get to pair the deodorant, have the matching deodorant when I wear that combo. This Beija Flor Elasti oil, body oil. This smells like, you know, the body butter. There's a body butter in the same Elasti line that smells like the Baccarat Rouge 540 fragrance. As you guys know, there are many, many dupes, like 5,000 dupes or similar fragrances out there to Baccarat Rouge. So any of those, if you have, you can pair this with it. Oils are better to pair with fragrances because I feel like the oil molecules grab onto the fragrance molecules better than the body butters. So it makes your scent last longer. So absolutely thrilled to have the oil version of this to wear with my Baccarat Rouge 540 and other similar fragrances that I have. So what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on all these basically viral products that I tried today. They're either viral products that went viral or super hyped up or creating a lot of buzz or all the above. So that's what I tried on during this video. Let me know down in the comment section. I would really like to hear from you guys. It really helps me with my channel engagement as well. Don't forget to not only subscribe, but click the notification bell, because if you don't, even if you're subscribed, YouTube will not let you know when I upload, and you will be very likely to miss a lot of videos because you wouldn't know that I uploaded. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Hop on over to my more established fragrance channel, Salon Cleo, where I review everything that smells amazing. Things that don't smell good too, and I will let you know. I review anything from body products, body care products to fragrances, and when it comes to fragrances, from affordable to luxury fragrances, from designer to niche fragrances. Okay, so definitely check out that channel. I will see you guys in my next video.